Hello, I'm Barbara. Today I'm going to be describing the Shang-Chi trailer. First, I'll do a standard real-time audio description, and then I'll do a stop-and-go expanded description. A deserted dojo. A wood pillar has a worn dent. A handsome Asian man approaches and places his hand on it. He balls his fist and then punches it. Marvel Studios. The man does jumping push-ups in a dark studio apartment. A red BMW.
I gave you 10 years to live your life.
He's the valet. He sings drunken karaoke with a woman.
And where did that get you?
He takes a selfie with friends. A ninja with white face paint whips a young child as he punches the wood pillar.
You walked in my shadow.
A teen fights off several armed ninjas.
I trained you.
An elder watches as the teen is beaten.
So the most dangerous people in the world couldn't kill you.
This fall,
Son,
a helicopter lands.
it's time for you to take your place by my side.
He wears glowing blue bracelets. Water splashes around him in slow motion.
That's not going to happen.
A helicopter approaches a building. A ninja jumps out. The ninja lands a flying roundhouse. A lion charges into battle. A woman kicks him in a cage.
Outrun who you really are.
Soldiers attack a fortress on horseback. The man knocks out two assailants on a bus. He straightens his jacket.
Who are you?
He draws back his fist and claws his right hand. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. The bus careens downhill, plowing over cars.
Hold on, everybody!
It tips, making a sharp turn. He grabs two women about to fall out of the window. Weds next to a moving garbage truck, both vehicles grind to a stop against a silver sedan.
We make a good team!
September 3rd, 2021. And now I'll be going over it again with expanded description. For simplicity, I'll be using a few character names pulled from IMDb. Shang-Chi takes place in Asia and Chinatown in San Francisco, and almost the entire cast and extras are light-skinned Asian actors. At night, lightning illuminates a dusty, deserted dojo. Hazy moonlight filters through intricately carved wooden windows. There is a rounded entryway. A wooden pillar has a dent worn into it with some splintering at the edge. Shang-Chi, a fit, clean-shaven, light-skinned Asian man with cropped black hair approaches. Wearing an orange jacket with blue sleeves, he frowns down at the indentation. He places his palm on it. He drags his fingers away and then fits his fist perfectly against it. He draws back and punches it. Against a red background, Marvel Studios. Marvel is red text against white. Studios is white text against red. Sunlight streams into a dark studio apartment through high, narrow windows. Clothes hang from a line under the window, and there is clutter surrounding the unmade bed. Shang-Chi does quick plyometric push-ups, hopping his hands at the top. In the city, a sporty red BMW stops in front of a hotel entrance.
I gave you 10 years to live your life.
A man in a suit steps out and strolls by, tossing his keys to Shang-Chi, who now wears a valet uniform. Behind him is Katie, a short Asian woman with long black hair, also wearing a valet uniform. She looks at the man in the suit and her jaw drops.
Now you see me rise.
In a dark room, Shang-Chi hands Katie a shot. They're both singing into mics, and behind them is a screen with karaoke lyrics.
And where did that get you?
At another bar, Katie has her arm around him and pats his shoulders. They toast with beers. An Asian man with a pink pompadour and colorful jacket has his arms around Katie and Shang-Chi and takes a selfie. At the dojo, Shang-Chi's father, Wen-Wu, watches as a ninja with ornate white face paint strikes a preteen Shang-Chi. Wen-Wu is a stern older Asian man with cropped black hair and pronounced cheek creases. Young Shang-Chi straightens his back and timidly punches the wooden pillar. We flash back and forth between adult, preteen, and teen Shang-Chi punching the pillar with increasing intensity.
You walked in my shadow.
Wen-Wu now walks with young Shang-Chi by his side, both wearing suits. His father also has 5 gray metal bands on each wrist. They walk into a dingy cafe with several groups of people sitting at card tables playing games. Wenwu swings overhead and brings his fist down on a table, smashing it. His wrists glow blue. Outside the dojo in a courtyard, Shang-Chi is surrounded by several ninjas armed with kunai blades. He flips one to the ground, kicks away a few more, and then grapples the last, putting a blade to his neck.
I trained you.
Wenwu watches from a window as Teen Shang-Chi stoically takes a beating from 2 ninjas with staffs. He is shirtless, with his arms outstretched.
To the most dangerous people in the world.
Shang-Chi, Katie, and the man with the pompadour are in a crowd staring up at an elevated octagon fighting arena. A ninja in dark blue garb has a hood and mask covering his nose and mouth. The rest of his face is painted white with ornate black and red markings radiating from his eyes.
Couldn't kill you.
A burly white man with short hair, thick beard, and muscular arms stand on a catwalk, flanked by men in black armor. Shang-Chi stands shirtless in a smoky room lit from above. He is lean but muscular with thick shoulders and 6-pack abs.
Kill you.
This fall,
Son.
a black helicopter lands in a military fortification with high concrete walls nestled into a rocky mountainside. Black armored troops stand in rows at attention. Shang-Chi walks away from the helicopter. Behind him are Wenwu, Katie, the burly white man, and Jisong Li, a thin, fit Asian woman with a black bob.
It's time for you to take your place by my side.
Wenwu sits at a dark throne and raises his gaze. Now, with long black hair and a top knot, he sits at an intricately carved dark wood throne. Behind him is a relief of 10 interlinked rings arranged in a circle, each with a Chinese character within. Someone wearing the glowing rings evenly spaced on their arms grips their fist in fingerless gloves. They face off against an out-of-focus group of red-clad warriors, some carrying shields, and among them are 2 large brown furry beasts. Water sprays into a room with ornate relief walls. Shang-Chi, Katie, and Jian Li stand in awe as the water slowly swirls around them.
That's not going to happen.
In a city at night, one of the face-painted ninjas dives out of a helicopter into a skyscraper. Silhouetted against a massive neon screen, the ninja lands a flying roundhouse to Shang-Chi's shoulder, sending him to the ground. He attacks with a flurry of knife swipes, but Shang-Chi knocks the knife out of his hand and catches it in midair. In a bamboo forest bathed in golden light, a man in a simple white tunic sails through the air toward a woman in long green garb and a round hat. She spins effortlessly away from him. In a grassy field surrounded by black mountain peaks, an army in red decorative armor fights with glowing staffs. Winged creatures fill the skies, and a large burly lion-like creature charges as a man jumps off a ramp of shields. In a fight cage, Jian Li jump kicks Shang-Chi to the ground with both legs, backflipping to her feet.
You can't outrun.
In a public transit bus, the burly white man extends a thick blade from his metallic prosthetic right arm. Shang-Chi ducks beneath the glowing edge.
Who you really are.
Shang-Chi performs a flying kick in a temple. He hangs on the back of a speeding SUV and dispatches a pursuing motorcycle. An ancient mounted army regiment advances on an army guarding a fortress. In the tight space of the bus, Shang-Chi invades 2 attackers by running up the wall and then simultaneously punches and then jump kicks them both at the same time. He straightens his jacket.
Who are you?
As the bus enters a tunnel, he quickly snaps out his elbows, rolls hands, and then pulls back his left fist while extending his right palm with clawed fingers. Light glints off the gold edges as red letters turn to faces. Shang-Chi. 1 gold ring at the top cascades counterclockwise into 10. And the legend of the 10 rings. The bus, now with its back half missing, careens down a steep street, plowing over an exotic sports car. Katie struggles to control the bus as it screeches around a corner.
Hold on, everybody!
The bus tips onto its right side and wedges against a garbage truck. Two women fall through the shattered window, but Shang-Chi grabs one by the collar and stops the other with his leg. Katie screams as the bus drives over several cars. Both the bus and the truck grind to a halt against a silver sedan.
We make a good team!
September 3rd, 2021. Thanks for listening. I welcome feedback, and also let me know what trailer you would like for us to describe next. Find us at adcomrade.wordpress.com. Audio description recorded by Barbara Faison, written by Kensuke Nakamura and Robert Kingett, edited by Kensuke Nakamura.